Hi everyone, welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at weird Valkyrie. So this is the Valkyrie 6 scale figure by Hot Toys, based on the likeness of the character Valkyrie from the movie Thor, Love and Thunder, and obviously based on the likeness of the actress Tessa Thompson. So it's a pre-order product, it's $270 and it's due to ship sometime between October 2023 and March 2024. Full disclosure, I didn't like this movie at all. I thought it was awful, and I thought it was one of the worst MCU movies that I've ever seen. Now, obviously I don't want to get into I have my own reasons, which I don't want to get into because, you know, you may love this film, and at the end of the day, this isn't a movie review. This is just my opinions on this particular figure. So, didn't like the movie. Because my collecting is rooted in, you know, film and TV. I'm a film fan and a television fan first, and from that my love of collecting grew. So I find it really difficult to buy one of these highly expensive, high-end figures, highly expensive figures, to commit to clicking that pre-order button and putting money aside and saving or whatever. I find it very difficult to do that. I can't see the point in doing that unless I really enjoyed the movie or the television series. There are a few exceptions in my collection. I'm sure I actually can't think of one offhand, and maybe there is one or two. But for essentially, I have to like the source material. I have to love the movie or love the television series that it comes from, and I really thought this movie was awful. So, the character Valkyrie, I can take her or leave her. She's fine. I thought she was good in Ragnarok. I thought she was one of the best parts of Ragnarok. Again, a lot of people love Ragnarok. I thought it was okay. I think it's maybe the Taika Waititi thing I just don't like. But yeah, I thought like a few things, particularly when, I don't know, they were trying to, the scavengers in that junkyard were trying to like basically kidnap and take Thor hostage, and then she came down the ship and just took them all out of it and said, no, he's mine, and you know, fell off the ship. And I thought that was really well done, and I do really like Tessa Thompson in Creed 1 and 2. I think she's a really good actress, so I do like her. And yeah, her portrayal of Valkyrie was good, but she's not a particular character that I really need in my collection, so you can kind of see where this video is going. Anyway, just going to take a look at her and what she actually looks with. So, what she come with? She comes with, I believe this is Korg, which connects onto the back of her head, which is funny. Well, was he funny? Thought he was funny in Ragnarok, he wasn't funny in this. Thought the jokes were just, nah, those jokes. This kind of grenade thing she has the her sword, obviously. They keep showing these boots as if they're accessories. Stop doing that, Hot Toys, they're not. The lightning bolt, low point in the movie. A dagger or knife looks fine. Traditional base, kind of that whatever hexagon look, and yeah, a bunch of swap out hands. So yeah, fine, kind of light enough in the accessory, but then again, that's pretty much what she came with. So the head sculpt. Does it look like Tessa Thompson? It does. You can see from the image popping up there, it does look like her. Is it the best head sculpt I've ever seen? No, it's not the best head sculpt I've ever seen. Back to back, they've released announced Reva and now Valkyrie, so obviously two women of color. Reva I thought was like a photograph. Reva was the prototype. If it turns out, if the real product of Reva turns out like the prototype, you could be looking at one of the best head sculpts I've ever done. I was really impressed by that particular head sculpt. I thought from numerous different angles it looked like a photo. This is a strong head sculpt too. I just don't think it's on par with Reva. I think like if Reva was a 10, this is maybe like a 9. And it's strange, like from this angle it looks really good. I think the hair is phenomenal. The hair in Reva was phenomenal. Like the hair is so good here, and the hair in the Reva one was so good. I thought it was rooted, but it just looks like it's really well sculpted, really well painted. I think the hair here is similar. It just looks really good. The braids are a nice touch. I think like the skin tone, the textures and everything they're using here, the eyes, I do think it's a good sculpt. I think sometimes it's let down by other parts of the figures, which I will go into later on, so we'll just flick through some of these images. The first thing I notice, I don't know, I am a stickler for I like seamless arms, and this does take me out of it. It definitely does. It's only a simple line, but it does take me out of the realism of it. you know, you probably could cover it up somehow, like, but you know, if you love the character, it's not going to be a deal breaker. I suppose I just don't particularly love the character. I think she's fine. Like, this, yeah, it's just not a great pose, and I don't like the way they do these backgrounds here. They should really like kind of put this in with, you know, give it the proper treatment, like have it with a scene photoshopped in the background. Posing could be a bit better there, but again, that's not any disrespect to the figure itself. Again, simple pose, pretty cool. Yeah, I think I think like you really do need like these images really. You need someone who's like a fantastic poser, a fantastic photographer, and is able to Photoshop in some backgrounds. I don't understand why sometimes they promote the photos with just a boring black background, and at other times they've got an amazing like scene going on in the background. I'd like if they did like consistency there. If they kind of said like part of their policy is like they've got a master poser to do the poses, and then that poser like works separately with a photographer. So the photographer's job is just to shoot it, the poser's job is to pose it up. Maybe they communicate with each other, and then the backgrounds. I think they should stop doing this. These like black backgrounds or plain backgrounds. Yeah, the seam line does take me out of it, you know. So I'm glad they did seamless arms here for the people that are getting it. Like, let's face it, a lot of people are going to be really excited about this. A lot of people probably thought this was never going to happen. So again, like, sound like a cliche, but I'm delighted for the people that are, you know, going to pick this up, whether it's a day one or whether they're going to put it on pre-order or they're just looking forward to it. Heard a lot of people say that the outfit has a lot of pleather. I think the pants are pleather, and obviously that's going to be an issue depending on where you live and your climate and stuff like that, if with peeling and cracking and stuff like that. It's kind of putting me off getting the DX13, because even if I buy a brand new DX13, that jacket notoriously peels. So just gonna, this head sculpt here, I think this is probably the best angle of it. Yeah, again, hair's on point, the braids look good. I think the eyes, the color in the eyes is really, really nice. Yeah, maybe something about the shape of the head is not quite there. That's the only reason maybe docking it down a point or putting it a step below the Reva character, the Reva character's sculpt, because I just do think that was like a shrink ray, as the guys from Collecting Weekly would say. I think that was like one of the stronger ones I've seen. It's definitely a strong sculpt, maybe just a step below Reva. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think even, is it like the shape for nose here, this little part here, I'm not sure. Maybe that could be, I think that could be reflection of the, maybe I don't know if they use a flash, or probably wouldn't use a flash or bleach out the face, but if there was like some sort of like a bit of light here, whatever lighting they were using, maybe accentuating this particular part of the nose. So again, I'm totally nitpicking. I think it's, Hot Toys have just, they keep besting themselves with like sculpts like Reva and sculpts like the prototype of Cosca Reeves, and then, you know, the Boba Fett, the Boba Roba 2-pack, or, you know, the Battle Damage Mark 85, whatever. Like, so like a lot of people, like myself included, are going to be comparing it to some of the best ones, like the Reva head sculpt. Whether you like the character or not, the sculpt it's one of the best prototypes I've ever seen. I hope it turns out just as good as the prototype. So I think this is maybe a step below that, just like maybe if, like I said, if Reva is a 10, consider maybe this a 9. And again, that's not disrespectful towards the sculptor or anything like that. It is a really good sculpt. I just don't think it's as good as the Reva. So I don't know, just in case anyone kind of like goes off in the comments saying, how could you say this isn't a good sculpt? It is a very good sculpt. It's an excellent sculpt. I just think it's one step below the Reva, but let's face it, the standard is going up and up and up. I think the outfit looks good. There's a pose. Again, this would look so much cooler if there was like some sort of like a battle going on in the background or something like that, or because you have the three of them there. You've got Thor, the mighty Thor, and then the Valkyrie. It's just kind of showing the pose, and I know what it is. My mind keeps going to this. It's like I can't unsee it, and it's just a simple thing. Got the tattoo here that she has. Yeah, so I'd say, you know, solid figure. Obviously, I was never going to get it anyway because I thought that film, nope. But yeah, look, it's at the risk of sounding like a total cliche. It's not for me, but it's for someone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's all to say for it, so I'm happy for the people that want it. This is the best picture, I think, here, this straight sculpt. That is the best picture. Yeah, I think whatever way the light was bouncing off the nose in the other photo just made it look different compared to the shape for nose in the photo that I popped up there. But yeah, this is, look, it's a very strong sculpt. In fairness, it is an excellent sculpt. Yeah, so that's it. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this up or not. You can also follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.